Morning fish keepers, Cam here from thefishroom.co.nz, and I hope we're all happy because today is Friday. Woo! We've done it. Congratulations, team. Knock another one off. Let's celebrate with coffee. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. I'll accept that for my Friday coffee. All right, so the book is full again today. 2 pages, which is becoming quite a common thing, which is kind of cool. So obviously I've got lots of stuff to go through, so we can do that right now. So first of all, let's just run through our hours again. 11 to 4:30 Monday to Friday. We are closed in the weekend, and we are closed on public holidays, which means that Easter's coming up, Anzac Day's coming up, and I think there's another one coming up. So we will be closed on the Mondays, the Fridays, and I think Anzac Day is Mondayized as well, which means we're not going to be open on those days. Which, of course, is going to mean a little bit of frantic work for the client orders. Basically means everything just gets pushed back a day, but we'll make it work, so don't stress too much. It's puts more pressure on me than it does on everything else because I can still get everything out. Should be able to get everything out so everything arrives on the Thursday or the Friday as opposed to the Wednesday or Thursday. So it just puts a bit more pressure on me, a bit more hectic, but we make it work. So just bear that in mind when it comes to plant week for the next few days. Next few weeks, sorry, plant day for the next few weeks. There we go. Sorry, I'm being distracted by things jumping up and down all over my screen. Good morning, Brian. And yes, winter is definitely on its way. Went outside last night at 9 o'clock or whatever it was, and it was getting pretty chilly. So definitely feel that it's coming. And this morning was a bit nippy as well. So it's definitely on its way. It doesn't really mean too much different for us when it comes to plants and fish. Sometimes right at the peak of winter, there seems to be for some reason weird delay in the couriers, which can cause a little issue with the fish, but generally speaking, there's no real issues when it comes to delivering fish and plants in the winter time as well, so that's all right. Hello, Maxie, how you doing? Just a reminder also, I do enjoy a parcel next week. Also, just a reminder that I won't reply to emails if it's out of business hours. When I say out of business hours, basically after 5 o'clock at night, I'm very unlikely to reply to emails and to messages on Messenger. Very seldomly, and I say very seldomly, I will reply. But basically, once I shut the door here in the afternoon, that's me. I don't normally reply to too much after that. However, I do get in pretty early, around about 6 o'clock most mornings. So I will begin replying to that pretty much as soon as I get in the door. Once I've made a coffee, had a couple mouthfuls of that, I'm straight into emails. So you won't get an email from me or a reply later at night, but you're potentially going to get one from me earlier in the morning. Again, it is literally only me doing everything, all the replying, all the packing of the orders, everything like that. So just bear with me. I just need to basically draw some boundaries on replying at night time, and that's one of the reasons. So just bear in mind that if you do email us or message us out of normal business hours, it's pretty unlikely that I will reply, but I'll get around to you early in the morning. Cross that one off as well. So next week we've got a few fish coming out of our isolation area, whatever you want to call it. Some very nice fish. We've got some red whiptails coming through, some starlight bristlenose, and some massive red and black swordtails. When I say massive, I don't really think I'm exaggerating that much when I say they're about as big as this pen. They are giants. They are behemoths. They're huge, huge fish. Really nice red colour. Most of them have got a full black tail on them as well. Very, very nice. The males and the females are huge. They're ginormous swordtails, so I'm pretty excited them. I think they'll shock a few people and surprise people with the size of them. So they're really cool. If I get a chance this afternoon, I'll do a quick water change on them, tidy up their tank, and I will maybe take a video or two and show everybody what they're like. They are massive and they are really, really cool. So that's what's coming through next week. Just some whiptails, some starlights, and some very, very big swordtails. I'll be looking to do a full fish order this week. All of the tanks at the back will be clear by Tuesday next week, so we can reload on anything. So if anybody is looking for some fish, please let me know, and I can chuck them into my boxes and I can bring them in for you. Speaking of fish, at the moment, there's some that are really taking my eye. The platies that we have in at the moment are really, really bright and colourful. They're really plump. They're really chunky, and they're looking amazing. They're over there. I'll just clearly can't show you because I'm not picking up my laptop. But yeah, the platies we have at the moment are looking really, really nice, incredibly healthy, incredibly plump, and really, really colourful. I think they'll add a really nice splash of colour to anyone's community tank. So they're well worth looking at. The male guppies we have at the moment, imported males, are also looking really nice. There's platinum floras and platinums, I believe. Really, really, really nice colours on them. Some of the flora tails are beginning to come through nicely as well. Eating lots of brine shrimp and flora veggie flake. They're looking really good. Again, I think they'll be a really nice addition to most people's community aquarium. And the German rams we have in stock, I know I said it a few weeks back that the ones we have at the moment were some of the nicest I've seen. These ones are up there as well. There are some very, very nice males, at least 2 males, and they look absolutely stunning. They've got gorgeous colorations to them, and they're looking really good. So if you're in the market for some rams, we have some very, very nice ones sitting in the shop at the moment. To the point where this morning I was having my breakfast and I was looking over at my display tank at home, and I thought, well, I might just pull this apart and fill it up with the rams we've got. So they're really nice, worthwhile coming in and having a wee look if you're local. And if you're not local, let me know and I'll even do a video on Monday on our Monday walkthrough. But if you're looking for a video photo, I can see if I can do that this afternoon for you as well. So we've had a few things back in stock. There's not much more of this salesy, horrible stuff coming up, I swear. Once we get through this and one more, we're pretty much done with it. So we've had the Fish Science range come back in stock. Most of it was out of stock, so it sold out of it pretty quickly, and this time it's selling just as quick. Fish Science is a brilliant range of fish food. It's very nutritious. It's been designed and formulated on what fish eat in the wild, so it's going to help bring the natural colorations all the way through, which is part of the reason why I think some of the fish in the shop are looking really, really good. It's a great combination of brine shrimp, rapashi, and Fish Science foods, and syrup veggie flakes. So again, good nutrition into your fish will produce really good colours to them and natural behaviours from them, and the Fish Science range is 100% going to do that. I really like it. You feed it in the shop, like I said, and it won't last long. So if you're looking for something decent to feed your fish, get into the Fish Science stuff. We've also had the Tetra range come back in, the Pleco wafers, the Cory wafers, and a couple other bits and pieces. We sold out of them at the end of last month, so they weren't out of stock all that long, but we've now got them ready to go again. And we've got some new CO2 gear and glassware, which is really cool as well. So when I say glassware, I mean intakes for canister filters and outlets for your canister filters. We've got the lily pipes and the bulbs. We've got glass intakes with skimmers on them and stuff like that. So there's some really cool, stylish looking bits of equipment there. There's also CO2 diffusers. Let me have a look up diffusers. Drop checkers and all that kind of stuff as well. So if you get into the CO2 game, it's well and truly worth having a wee look at some of the stuff. There's some pretty good stuff in the range, and I'm quite happy to have it. Again, we'll show it all off on the Monday walkthrough because it's all over there and I can't show you it. But I'm really happy to have it. It's really stylish. It's really sleek. It's some nice product, so that's really good as well. And this is the last one I promised when it comes to sales stuff. During the week, the crypts that came in were massive. I took a photo of them and posted it yesterday. They were coming in looking really good. It was about this time of year I sort of expected them to begin getting smaller and melting off, but clearly that hasn't happened. So that's cool. So the crypts are coming in looking phenomenal. So were the Ludwigia acuata. Again, they were coming in massive, like probably 2 times the size they normally were. So something's going really right at the moment for growing some plants. So the acuata was looking really good in bunches. I think they're coming in sort of 6 stems or something like that as well, which is a massive amount. Like they were huge. And also pots of other Ludwigia, the red Ludwigia, the acuata, and your standard Ludwigia are also coming in really good as well. So if you're looking to buy some Ludwigia, pots are looking really good at the moment, but so are the stems of the acuata. Like they're some seriously good buying. You're getting double what you normally would, so they're well and truly good value right now if that's what you're looking for at the moment. So that, I promise, yep, it's pretty much the last of the salesy junk, so I'm happy that we've gone through that. We've had some progress in the shop. So over there, the racks, the people that have been in the shop, we've always had 1 rack down, you've seen the videos. We had the 2 racks that are waiting to get done. They've now been wrapped, so we've had the sign writers come back in yesterday and the other day, and so they've finished that. So they're all black. We're just waiting for the vinyls to settle down a little bit, and we'll chuck a little water and just make sure they're looking the way they're meant to, and then we can begin plumbing, then we can put some substrate in it, and then we can get some more fish in. So that enables us having the 18 tanks worth of fish for sale at the front, and so in turn doubles it, and then some of what we've currently got. So obviously if we have more tanks available, we've got more fish that we can get in, and more fish makes more people happy. So we've got all the media already pre-cycled. It's been in the sump of this rack for months now. So pretty much once we get it in, we can put the media in there, make sure it's not leaking, that kind of stuff. Give it a few days, put some substrate in, leave it settle down, and we can begin slowly putting some fish in. So very happy with that. We're progressing nicely, so that's really cool. Hopefully next couple of weeks we get the plumbing done, and then we're on our way. So fingers crossed, we've got some progress coming really quickly. Speaking of progress, obviously the Congo Tetra tank up there is pretty much done, other than some crevences. I know I keep doing this and you can't see it, but I'm sure after watching a few of our walkthroughs, everybody understands what I'm looking at. Which means we're going to start working on the next display tank, which we're going to do from, I can't get my book, it's behind me, the Fishes of the Orinoco. So we're going to take all of the stock from that book and try and replicate that as much as possible. So I'm really excited about that one. So that's the next project tank that we are working on in here. Now, some more exciting news. At the end of this month, we have a special guest lined up, as we do at the end of each month. This is an international guest. He's renowned in the hobby for the artwork that he does. He's a really cool guy, really cruisy, really easygoing, and he has said yes to coming and talking to us on our Friday coffee date. So I think we've got that penciled in for Friday the 29th, so about 3 weeks from now. It's not going to be one you want to miss, because he is absolutely brilliant at what he does. His artwork's phenomenal, and he is a really well-seasoned aquarist. So if you like getting some different perspectives from people in the hobby, particularly different perspectives from around the world and stuff like that, it won't be one that you want to miss. Very, very excited to have him coming up. So I'll tease a few more things in the upcoming weeks, but I'm pretty excited about that. And on that note, currently we're able to get a guest once a month, which we're doing at the end of each month. The end of last Friday of each month. If there is enough people interested, we can try and work it so we have a guest once every 2 weeks. John and I have been talking about it, and we think it is achievable and doable. So if there's enough of you hobbyists out there that want to see us have a guest on these Friday coffee dates every 2 weeks, please let us know. And if that's the case, we will try and make that happen. The book would be a great birthday present for you, mate. I still haven't had a chance to fully read through it, but every sort of spare 10 minutes I get, I'm always got it open and having a look through. It's brilliant. I do not think you'll be disappointed, and it would make a really, really good birthday present. So just continue to try and convince her, mate. I think it's well and truly worth it. Also, I forgot to mention at the start, if anyone's got any questions, just fire away as per always. We'll see what we can do, answer any questions while we're here. So looking at maybe getting 2 guests a week. If you're interested, please definitely shout out. I think between John and myself, we should be able to make something like that work. So if you're keen, we can do that. Don't forget, every month we do a draw for a review winner. So if we offer up a $50 fish room voucher, all you have to do is leave us a review on either Facebook, Google, or anything that you've purchased, and you're in the draw for that month. So if you're interested in winning a $50 voucher, please fire away. Preference towards Google or Facebook, but whatever suits you suits us fine as well. What are we feeding the Pantodons? At the moment, they're getting live brine shrimp thrown into the tank, rapashi, which they don't touch, and I'm feeding the Sierra Insect Nature pellets as well, which they seem to be pretty content with. Throw a little bit of Sierra Veggie-Flora flakes in there as well, but they don't seem so interested in that. But yeah, the insect crumble, I suppose what you'd call it, from Sierra, they seem to be pretty happy with that for the time being, so that's what they're getting. I'm trying to build up a small group of whiteworms. I'll give them a go, and I'm thinking about next week getting some small crickets in, or locusts or something like that, and seeing if I can sort of have them sitting on top and see if it'll take them a little bit as well, just to vary their diet. But that's what they're going for at the moment as far as the pre-prepared food goes. It's the Sierra insect food, which is one that I've liked. It's one I'm in the middle of testing with a couple other products and doing a bit of a decent write-up regarding the insect range of foods that's going through at the moment. So they were the first one that I opened, so I've still got plenty of that, and I'm just sort of feeding it as I can. Right, so let us have a wee chat about plecoceramics. So this is the next lot of the stuff that we're going to have a wee look at. So these are the pleco cones. So they come in grey, totally forgot what colour this is, brown, not red, brown, and blue. So personally, I don't really like the blue myself. Just think it stands out a little weird. But the brown and the grey I quite like. Again, as everything in the plecoceramics range, they've been made really well. Feels really good. It looks really good, and I can absolutely see how a pleco would use these. I reckon these would be really good for your bigger plecos, snowballs, probably leopard cactus, gold nuggets, sunshines, all that sort of stuff. The ones that are a little bit bigger, there's a decent opening to them. I think they'd be pretty handy for that. I'm not sure if the royal plecos would take them on. The time that I've had them, they seem to like to hang on stuff as opposed to go into stuff. But I think a lot of your bigger plecos would be pretty keen on these. So again, it's just another product in the plecoceramic range that I'm really enjoying. Quite like the shape of this. It's quite wide through here. It stays wide through the bottom of it, but it sort of thins out a little bit. And it's sort of the same here. It's just kind of like a natural curvature. It doesn't sort of just sharply go, which means I think there's plenty of room in the cave for your plecos to rest and hide and stuff like that. So again, I'm really liking this range, and I'm very happy with them. Again, not the biggest fan of the blue colour. It just doesn't quite do it for me, but the actual cave itself, the cone itself, I think is really cool. But, the joy of this hobby is just because I don't like it doesn't mean you're not going to like it, and vice versa. It's in your house, it's in your aquarium. You're looking at it all day, and if you love it, then that's fantastic. So, yeah, really good product range. Again, very, very happy to have them here. I was very reluctant to get ornaments, but these are just phenomenal. So, I really like them. I think they'd be really good for your bigger plecos for sure. Cross it off. Just quickly also, we are clearancing our marine range of products. We've decided just to completely get out of that line as well. It was just here for convenience, and we're finding more and more products just aren't selling. So it's just, I'm finding more and more products aren't selling. So it's, not really worth us having it. Clear up some shelf space and try some other bits and pieces. So that's kind of where we're at with the marine stuff. There's a few other things that we're going to clear in the next couple of weeks as well for the same reason. Just not really selling for us. I've spoken to a few other people and they sell really well for them, but not for us, and that's fine. So we'll just clear some shelf space off. We can try some new products, or if I clear enough products, I might have some more room for another display tank. So everyone's going to win there. And the last thing that I've got on my list of things to talk about is we're going to rip the scab off the Fluval Easy Clean range. So, normal gravel vacuum, as you'd expect, but there's a few added bonuses on these. If we're going any further, the really large one is currently branded with Marina. They are absolutely identical to the Fluval, to the Marina. The only difference is that this says, actually it says Easy Vac there, same as Marina. I think it says Fluval on here somewhere, and the other one says Marina on it or something. So the packaging is different. The product itself is exactly the same. The supplier sent me a couple of the Marinas because I obviously found them. So that's fine. That's what we've got at the moment. When they go and get the new lot in, it'll be back to Fluval. Right. So I've been using one of these for a while now here in the shop. So it is your normal gravel vacuum. It does start pretty easy with your standard shaky, which is pretty good. It's got some little crazy thing on the inside that you can see there just. It does help that. It's got very flexible, very bendy hose piece here, which is nice, so you're not kind of kinked over when you're going over the top of your aquarium. That is good, but it is also bad at the same time. So for the likes of us, we have the Blue Planet tanks that have got the lip on it. Putting it into your aquarium like that, and the lip just catches there, and you can't move it backwards and forwards. So that I found it's good, but it is bad at the same time. If you just had a straight glass aquarium, I think with no lip, or maybe like the aqua ones that have the lid, I don't think that'd be an issue. But for one that's got the lip that goes over for the bracing, it has become an issue for me, and it frustrates the heck out of me. I can absolutely see the benefit of having it. But yeah, there is definitely one thing in that part that really annoys me. It's great, flexible, it doesn't kink, but it does just catch. It's a bit of a pain, so you've got to do a little bit of moving around for that. The other bit to this that I quite like is this piece here. So I'll show you this quickly first. So we've got a wee clicky, so you can slow down, speed up, or even close off the flow of water coming out of your aquarium. It's really simple to use. It's literally just a lock, and it blocks it off, or it keeps it going. Very handy if you're doing things like me, going from one tank to another, block it off, chuck it back in the next one, open it up, and away you go. I think that is a really, really handy piece of equipment. Just saves you from kinking it and all that kind of stuff. The other thing I like about this is it's got a little clip here, which you can clip your bucket to, which is also very, very helpful. I know many a times that the hose that I've been siphoning into the bucket has come out of said bucket. This stops it. Which I think is a really, really good addition. So definitely has helped with that side of it. Nice and easy. And this extra addition here is good. So it's not just basically a hose with a little siphon on it. There's a couple of extra bonuses added to it, which I think Fleurs will probably fall off quite nicely, which is good. I also quite like the shape of this. It's not your standard round. You can get into the corner of your aquarium just a little bit better. So 3 of the 4 sizes come with this little bit and this little bit. The small size is just a more generic plastic tube with the plastic hose. The nano size, but the small, medium, large all come with the extra bits and pieces. So, yeah, there are definitely some helpful bonuses. This is really helpful, but in particular, hanging on the bucket is even more helpful. So, yeah, I quite like these. It's not without its flaws. It's not, new technology by any stretch of the imagination. It does what it says. It is very easy. It says on the container, easy vac. Really is an easy vacuum. It works quite well. So, yeah, it's what we've been using here in the shop for a few months now, and I've found it pretty handy going. So I just wanted to show you that, just in our line of ripping the scab off the product to sort of show you on the insides and show you how they work. So that's what we were doing today. So that is all that I have on my list of things for you. Can you show some live guppies? I will do that on Monday, Jenny. If I get a chance today, I will see what I can do. Might be able to do a quick video around of the fish we've got. If not, I'll definitely do it on Monday. I'll spend some extra time on the fish that we have in at the moment. So I've got nothing else. My book is all scribbled out and done through, so thank you very much for joining us. If there's any other questions anybody has, we can go through that as well. If not, I will disappear and I will do some more work. And by the look of it, I'm making another coffee. All right, everybody, I'll leave you with that. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next Friday. We'll see you on Monday for our walkthrough. Some new products, some new fish, some decent looking plants. So the Monday walkthrough is definitely going to be one worthwhile watching. So we'll do that at 10 o'clock on Monday morning. We'll do another live video, walk through the shop. So it won't be on YouTube. It'll just be on Facebook. So, yeah. All right, guys, have a good one. Happy fish keeping. Catch you later.